instead of actually seeing the polls, because if you go to this website that we mentioned last week, 270 to win, we can see what's going on. But if you think about it, the elections are seen like if they are horse races. So you see all these people saying, well, you know, Biden is getting into dementia and Trump is crazy. And you get all these things and they say, guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's exactly the same thing as what happened in 2008. In 2008, because of course, everybody was so upset with what has happened with George W. Bush. I mean, they could have put a cartoon character instead of Obama and he would have won. Just think about it. Obama was a completely unknown character. He won. It is the way that things work. So right now, it doesn't matter how you think about it. Right now, this is it's all working. So it just makes me laugh when I see all these people going crazy about, oh yeah, he's not going to be able to win, and they're going to be going crazy on the debates, and he's not going to be debating. You say, you know what? That's completely irrelevant.
And so you got the 13 keys that we're going to have a look at in a moment to see exactly who he predicts is going to win. But you have to remember, when you dig into politics, and this is not just America, it's in every country. In America, before you have anybody stepping up to be a nominee, they've been vetted above and beyond everybody who's involved in what we see, because they're not allowed to really change the way the world is. It's already set that you've got safe nominees from both parties or a third party, but that got stopped. And so it doesn't matter what you've got. This is an incredible catfight, like a final of a sports event, like the Super Bowl. And it doesn't matter what happens, because the guys who've got the money are going to keep the money. It's really going to matter what happens to us, because we're still going to end up going, it could have been better.
So let's just go quickly over the 13 keys that Allan Lichtman talks about. First of all, the first key is the party mandate. That basically means that after the midterm elections, the incumbent party has to hold more seats in the U.S. House of Representatives, which right now it's not the case. So that basically it's a false for Trump that takes it down. Then point number two, or key number two, is going to be the contest. There is no serious contest to the incumbent party nomination. That is going to be true, because even though what's his name?
Kanye West.
Kanye West said that he was going to run. He didn't do it, so that was not going to be working. So third is going to be that there's no significant party or independent campaign. That is absolutely true. The short-term economy is not in recession during the election campaign. Now, this is a very important one. The economy has been doing well, but this is basically 3 months. In the past 3 to 4 months, right now the economy is doing bad. So at the point that people are going to be voting, that's when they're going to have that in mind. And that's just the very important the very important thing. So that is one of the things that people need to take into consideration. Policy change, yes, the incumbent has already done a lot of changes. I mean, since Obama got elected, and then Trump got elected, everything was changed. So that's, of course, goes through. Social unrest. Let me ask you, Dave, has there been any social unrest in the past 6 or 7 months?
The social unrest has been so crazy, I've actually come out and said, I'm a black man. I never said that before, and I didn't really notice until what happened this year. I mean, I thought about it. I thought, you know what, I've got to take a stand, because Black lives do matter. And so, yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy year where people shouldn't, it's brought out the West, it's brought out the best and the worst of everybody. But here's the thing that really is so bad about Ernesto. It brings it up, but it hasn't been resolved. It's just in your face every day. And it's becoming more and more painful. And it's becoming more and more challenging. And I actually preferred it when it wasn't there, because then at least it wasn't in your face every day.
Yeah. So number 9, the 9th key to the White House is scandal. Now, has there been any scandals? I mean, throughout here, I haven't seen any. Well, starting in February with the impeachment. I mean, that possibly you forgot about it, but it would have been crazy. But there's been scandal after scandal after scandal. Now, key number 10 is foreign military failure. And that we have to give it to the incumbent, because, of course, it really hasn't had any failure. And key number 11 is a foreign or military success. Now, this is a very important one. We remember that possibly at the beginning, Trump announced that they were going to they killed General Soleimani or in Egypt, in Iran. The funny thing is, they are trying to compare this one to Osama bin Laden. But the thing is, Osama bin Laden was a household name. Everybody knew about him. But this guy Soleimani nobody knew anything. So I don't really think that this would be actually a key for him. The incumbent party has charisma. And I think this is an interesting one because, yes, Trump is incredibly charismatic, but he only appeals to one group of the population. Do you think, Dave, that there's going to be people which don't really like Trump? Do you think that doesn't matter what he says, that they're actually going to say, oh, he's really charismatic, and they're going to go into his side? Or the other way around?
I find it fascinating to address the charisma of Donald Trump. I find him to be incredibly charismatic.
Super.
As a speaker, I look at him and I look the way he comes on, and he's a game show host. And a game show host that's got into politics. And he does an incredible job of driving the entire global politics from the charm of being a TV personality. Yeah. But it's catching up with him now because that's obviously not enough substance. So it is for some people, but those who were on the bench or those who voted who were just saying, you know what, he's kind of interesting, let's see where this goes. I think they're getting fatigue. And I think a lot of people, and we stay away from politics. All I'm saying is, as a non-American, I just want it to go quiet for a while. I'm happy not hearing about politics for 4 years or longer, if that's okay with everybody.
That will be absolutely awesome. So yeah, he's incredibly charismatic, but once again, he only appeals to his base, only appeals to his specific people. It will not be something like Bill Clinton, for example, that it doesn't matter in which side of the aisle they went. They I do like him a little bit, and they might be some people which are going to be changing. So it is either you like Trump or you dislike Trump. There's no people in the middle, and that's a bit of an issue. And that, of course, goes into key number 13, which is the challenger has a lot of charisma. Now, I don't think that Biden is very charismatic. And of course, he's too old, and there's many, many things. But once again, we are in the exact same situation as we were in 2008, where there was a lot of people that were not happy with what was happening in the previous administration. And now what's going to happen? I mean, they can get as a candidate a cartoon character. They could put Barney as the candidate, and they're going to win. I mean, it's anybody but. And we are at exactly that same situation. So that's why I find it really sad, all these things that you keep on seeing in Facebook, because right now we are at that point again.